Good morning, ladies. It's Nicole here from Trusted Surgeons, and I'm with the lovely Annemarie.
Hi.
Annemarie's from the Nutritional Weight Loss Institute and is a nutritional coach.
That's right.
So I am a pre-post-operative cosmetic coach for your surgical journey, and Annemarie's here to support you along your journey to achieve and maintain your goal weight, which is very important.
It is. It's very important when you are going to get your surgery done to have been able to maintain your desired weight for, surgeons say, at least 5 years. And
yes.
yes.
Oh my goodness, we'll be old by then.
Yeah, well, no, we won't be old. That's not going to happen.
Well, I'm not waiting that long.
No. No, and you know what? You don't have to, because with my program, I can help you to reach the goal weight that you want. And I do that very simply. You know, guys, losing weight is not the hard part. Maintaining it is. But there are quite a few tricks that you can implement to do that. And so I will teach you those tools on how to do that.
Excellent, excellent. So what I've noticed myself pre and post-operatively is patients just want everything now.
Yeah.
And then, of course, if their weight fluctuates, their results aren't ideal, and they don't get the longevity out of their results. Whereas other patients who tend to be able to maintain their weight really reap the benefits of a great surgical result.
Yeah.
And it's important to be healthy, to be happy, and we just want to achieve everything. But I think it's a multidisciplinary approach.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's not just a nutrition. It's definitely education as well, and it's also changing certain behaviors and habits that you have been doing for many years. And with the approach that I take, I really focus on bringing the balance back to your life. As well as to the table. As I say, I bring balance back to the table in terms of nutrition.
Yeah.
And also I give my clients accountability. So if you choose to be on my program, if you choose to work with me, then I will be in your back pocket every single day, and we communicate every single day. And so there is no. I mean, you can hide from me. Of course you can, but why would you?
Yeah.
You can do any program, you can try any diet, but I think where my program is so successful is the fact that I'm there, and if you run into problems or you have questions, then you can just ask me and I will help you along the way. Yeah. And I think that's very important.
It is. It's so important to have somebody who's there to listen and have somebody who's there to support you, which is what I think is so beautiful and wonderful about coaching.
Yeah.
So I myself always use my children as an excuse. I tell everyone, I have 4 children, so I'm poor. Oh, I have 4 children, so I don't have time for that. Or I have 4 children, so that's why I look terrible. Or whatever the excuse is.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've dropped the kids off before at school in my pajamas, and done some things. Because I'm just frazzled, or I'm too busy. So I always make excuses, and I always go for comfort food. It's like I'm rewarding myself with food, which then makes me feel worse about myself, of course, and then only prolongs any surgery that I'd like to have done.
Yeah, yeah. So, I think you're not the only one. But I've learned recently that if you do a behavior that causes you to feel guilty, it actually activates the dopamine in your brain, and then you are more likely to do that behavior again because you felt guilty. So I think number one, when you reward with food or when you attach certain emotions or feelings to food, that first needs to go. So no food is bad. I think first of all we need to just really understand that no food is bad.
Well, I definitely have failed at starving myself.
Yeah, that's
obviously
not good. It's not enjoyable. You don't want to lose your will to live while you are trying to lose weight. So again, my program is very balanced. It has all the food groups in there. I don't take anything away, except alcohol, which is not a food group. Actually, people, it's not a food group. So
there you go.
Yes. So what was I going to say? What did you ask?
I was on my mind. I was actually thinking about how important it is to feel good on the inside.
Yeah.
as well as obviously, you know, wanting and feeling good on the outside. You know, confidence does come from within, which is why so many people have surgery, because, you know, we want to look how we feel.
Yeah.
And I think that the foundation of that needs to be really solid and really good, and the only way to achieve that is to obviously be your ideal weight, whatever that may be. Not saying, you know, a size 6 or 8 or 10 or 12 is the ideal weight, but you know, where you feel comfortable
within your healthy BMI, I think.
Absolutely.
You know, all these pictures that we see these days on Instagram and Facebook, where everyone is toned and muscled and all that sort of stuff. You know, yes, that looks nice.
Yeah.
Sure, but really, is that sustainable? Are we supposed to look like that? Are we all supposed to look like lingerie models? I don't think so. And I think that if you know, by all means, if that's what you want to do, go for it. But how long can you do that for? So that's where I come back and say, well, hold on a minute. Let's just be balanced. Let's just, because we live in a real world where you are confronted with parties, birthday celebrations, Christmas, holidays, and all these things where you go away on a holiday and you come back and you've gained 3 kilos.
Yeah.
Now, instead of going, oh my gosh, I gained 3 kilos, and slapping, you know, like beating yourself up about it, I can actually give you the tools to go, hey, I can lose these 3 kilos in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Sustainably.
Yeah.
Sustainably. Because you can. It's just a matter of switching your hormones and getting your hormones to work for you rather than against you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, sometimes, you know, I go into some of the trendier shops, and of course the shop assistant is like a toothpick, and I feel so embarrassed. And although my youngest is now 3, I said, oh, I've had 4 children. I just had a baby. He's 3 now. And I feel embarrassed and I feel ashamed, and, you know, I tend to not buy anything or leave and be looking in, you know, Big W and Target and the cheaper shops just for, you know, a baggy sack to put on.
Yeah,
so
I used to.
You know, I think this is so wonderful. I think this is so important, because no surgery, no magic pill is going to make you feel good.
No, that definitely has to come from the inside. You know what? When I had my children, for years, I did not wear any makeup. I didn't do my hair. The color was grown out, and I just bought cheap clothes because I actually didn't care. I didn't care at the time. I didn't have time to leave the house because I had these screaming little terrorists, I sometimes call them, and I'm sure you can relate, that would just keep me in, they would just keep me housebound, because it is a full-time job.
Yeah.
But I think we need to realize that that is also a season, and it's not going to last forever. And it wasn't until maybe 2 years ago that I realized, okay, all my kids are now at school, it's now time for me.
Yeah.
So I think when you've just had babies and you're in the thick of all of that, it's not perhaps the right time to be thinking about losing all your weight and doing all these things for you, because
Absolutely.
you just don't have the time. You still have to do little things for you, definitely, but your time will come. So you got to do the season that you're in. You've just got to do it well. Try to navigate through that well, and then when your time comes, then go and look at, you know, maybe putting that makeup back on again, which is what I did. And I've got to tell you this, I went to this shop and I walked in looking like a complete and utter dag, and I'm not ashamed of it, because it was comfortable.
Yeah, I've done it many times.
Comfortable. And I walked in and I was so overwhelmed. I saw all these clothes and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start. And the lady that worked there, she must have seen my shock horror on my face, and she goes, can I help you? I'm like, probably not. And she goes, no, let me help you. And she fully gave me this makeover. She went, it was so good. She just took everything out of the racks that she thought would look good on me. Yeah. She shoved me in the fitting room, and she just gave me all these clothes, and she dressed me up, and talking about how you can feel good about yourself. Just a little lick of makeup and a nice outfit can just kickstart that. It really can. Change my life. 100%. Changed my life. Yeah.
Couldn't agree more. Yeah. Aww.
Yes.
Thank you, Annemarie.
You're welcome.
So this is obviously one of 3. Yeah. And if people do want to find you, communicate with you, or speak directly to you, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at the Nutritional Weight Loss Coach. nutritional weight loss coach, or also on Facebook, Honest Pantry, which is one of my blogs. So you're welcome to connect with me there. Thank you,
Excellent.
guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.